Hi, welcome. So in our earlier lecture, we had set up the example for demonstrating how Git rebase works. So in this lecture, we'll actually do the real work of implementing Git rebase. So before we do that, let's check our commit history to see what's the situation. Press enter and here you go. Now let's compare this commit history with a diagrammatic representation. So here is C0, our first commit when we set up the repository, and here is the second commit in the master branch, and here is the third commit which is C2. After that we created the branch, we did some work on the top feature branch, and this is the first commit in the top feature branch, and this is the second commit in the top feature branch. Lastly, we switched back to master and then we created two commits. So these are the two commits, which is one is C1, and lastly we created the C4 commits over here, which is C4. Now that we have identified the commits, let's actually do the git rebase now. So before we do the git rebase, we need to switch back to the top feature branch. So that we'll do using the git checkout command, top feature, press enter, and let's do the rebase now. Git rebase master, press enter, and here we are. So this is an interesting git response, as you can see over here. So git rebases these two commits. Number one is this one, and number two is this one. So now comes the interesting part. So I'll re-execute the git log command. So I retrieve an earlier command which I executed, and here it is. Press enter. So this is the commit history before rebasing, and this is the commit history after rebasing. So now let's do a comparison between the two. So these are the three commits, as you can see over here, after rebase, which remains unchanged, as you can see when you compare with these three commits. And these are the two commits over here in master, as you can see, prior to rebase, which remains unchanged, as you can see after rebase over here. However, in the top feature branch, we have two new commits after the rebase, and this is what we exactly explained in our git rebase introduction lecture. So you can see these were the two commits which were earlier in the top feature branch prior to rebasing, and after rebasing we have completely two new commits over here, and these two commits have been removed by git. So now we'll do a diagrammatic comparison. So let's re-execute the git log command. So after rebase, these are the 5 commits in the master branch that you can directly compare over here in sequence, and these are the two new commits that are generated after rebasing in the top feature branch. And the top feature branch base initially was C2, which was this commit, and this switched from C2 to C4, which is this commit. Now we are nearing the end of this lecture, so we'll see an entire replay of the action we went through in this lecture. So this is the master branch. We started off with this commit, then we made these two commits in our lecture. After that we created this branch and we had these two commits in this branch, and then the master diverged from the top feature branch and we had these two commits. And let's see our rebase in action. So the top feature branch rewinds and there is a replay of the master branch. Rebasing creates two entirely new commits, and the top feature branch head points to K2, master branch head points to C4. Now that the rebasing is done, we are ready for a fast forward merge so that we have a completely flat and linear commit history. So after the fast forward, the master branch and the top feature branch will both point to K2. After that, we'll delete the top feature branch and only the master branch will remain. So we'll get back to our terminal and we'll start working on the fast forward merge. So let's clear the screen. So let's switch back to master using git checkout command master, press enter, and then we do a git merge top feature, press enter, and bingo, we are done with the fast forward merge. Let's do a git log by retrieving an earlier command, press enter, and well, here you can see the head points to both master and the top feature branch. Let's clear the screen, and now that we are done with the top feature branch, we no longer need it, and hence we'll delete it using git branch -d top feature, press enter, and the branch is deleted. Let's re-execute our git log command, and here you can see that the top feature label has been deleted from here, and we have only the master branch. So with this, we conclude this lecture.